Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome to the first match preview of the 22-23 season. And we are delighted to be joined by a special guest. Now, guys, I know you're thinking, what? Got a Fulham fan? No. He's a hybrid fan. He's a Liverpool fan, but he works at Fulham and he also does some amazing stuff with Adidas. We're delighted to be joined by the one, the only Jamie Dapper. Jamie, how are you doing, my bro?
Cheers. I've been good, bro, man. Honestly, hard work. Look forward to the season now. It's been smashing it, boys, as well. Kudos to you guys. I watch the show a lot. I drop in when I can, and you lot are smashing it. So yeah, no, good to be on, guys.
Nah, pleasure.
Yeah, no, appreciate it, bro. Trust me.
Man, like Matt, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, no, good, bro. I'm just glad that we got Jamie on finally. Do you know what I mean? We ran into him a few times as well. He's like, nah, bro, we got to get you on, innit? You know what I mean? So props to you, bro. Do you know what I mean? For making the time. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, also thank you for the stuff that you do behind the scenes for us as well. Doesn't go
trust me. People that don't know.
Come on, man. No, I love that. Obviously, boys, you got a great platform here. Bring the Liverpool community together. I know after a game or when we've won, best place to be, like listening in, all the supporters, and love coming on, obviously, and good to share some good practices about the new season. Looking forward to it. I know you lot are proper looking forward to a new season. New look Liverpool potentially, and obviously the game on Saturday goes without saying, massive game.
Indeed. So before we get into the game and everything, just let the people know what it is you do with Adidas and what you do with Fulham as well, please, bro.
So I lead on all our diversity practices at Fulham Football Club. So that's our equal opportunities and our policies, our social awareness campaigns. It's led through me. And with Adidas, content-wise, Adidas all about inclusion, diversity and inclusion in sport. So yeah, signed to Adidas to share the inclusion message.
Amazing.
Massive, bro. Trust me. Big.
So
news, bro.
when these games come around, bro, how is it in the office? Are people on to you, or do they give you a little bit of banter? How is it in the office and all of that?
You know what? Everyone's like looking forward to the game so much. Everyone's just pretty focused on the game and the prep. The prep that goes behind the scenes for a game is just unreal. Like, so much hard work goes into it. I know a lot of people just see the game and that's it. And if Liverpool win, they win, and if Fulham win, they win. But yeah, so much work goes in behind the scenes. So it's more of the prep. The banter will come after whatever happens.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, everyone's looking forward to it, to be honest. Everyone's buzzing. It's just the start of the new season. Obviously, Women's Euros as well. Went back. That's a massive result for England. Obviously, congratulations to the Lionesses as well. But now the Prem is back. So everyone's just excited, man.
The Prem is back indeed. Matt, first game of the season. This is the fourth. Shout out to first and foremost to 892 Red Podcast. I just did a show with them. This is the fourth time in the last 5 seasons, I believe, we'll be playing a team who have just come up from the Championship. Twice against Norwich, 1920 last season, and then Leeds sandwiched in between that. This time it's Fulham. Now, we haven't had the greatest of records against Fulham recently. In fact, the last 2 games, they kind of started and finished our demise. We drew 1-1 with them at Craven Cottage, and then we lost 1-0 to them at Anfield. How are you feeling going into this game? A newly promoted team, a team that battered the league last season from their standpoint. How are you feeling about this game?
Bro, just remind me, remind me the results when we played Fulham again, bro.
So when we played them, back in 2021 season, we beat Tottenham 2-1. In the midweek, Firmino got a late goal, and then we played Fulham at the weekend and drew 1-1.
I remember the draw. Yes.
That game we lost Matip, and Fulham should have been about 4-0 up before we even got out of the first half. But Alisson Port, he was just on a madness. And we got a lucky penalty.
Did Mitro not? Was it offside? I think Mitro scored.
Yes.
Yeah. Mitro scored, and they flagged it offside.
We were very, very lucky to finish that game 1-1. And then in the second game, it might be Lamina, I think it was, and he scored a fantastic goal. Just non saving.
I remember, Lamina. It was Lamina.
That was it. And then and again, shout out to 892 Red Podcast. Marco Silva is unbeaten against us when playing at home against us.
Flipping out. All right,
but
so
before we continue, got another special guest.
Yeah, we do.
Fulham fan, Cheeky Sport alumni, also GRM mastermind, man like Jake.
Yo, sorry guys, sorry about the lateness.
No, don't be silly.
No, it's cool, brother. It's cool.
How's everyone going? You right?
Good, brother.
Blessed, bro. Blessed.
Good,
we were just saying bad things about Fulham before you joined, but we'll keep it.
Nothing new then. Nothing new.
Bro, I swear, last time we were going back and forth, and Jack was like, "Do you know what? Just wait and see." And I'm not gonna lie, bro. That draw that we had felt like a loss, bro. I can't even lie, bro.
Yeah, we got 4 points off you lot last time.
Yeah, let's make
it 6. Let's make it
things are for cheers. Things are for
make it
cheers.
6.
So back, Jake, before we get into the game, then I've got to come to you. Marco Silva has been quite outspoken about not having enough players, etc. Again, I can't sit here and say I'm an expert on what you guys have done this summer, but obviously we've taken Carvalho from you, and Greece has gone. What's your thoughts going into the season? Because it seems like Marco Silva isn't happy.
We seem to have this issue every single time we come up. We know what our problems are, and we just don't address them quickly enough. We've been crying for centre-backs since we've been promoted. We got promoted early this year. Bear in mind, the last 2 times we've come up is via the playoffs. So understandably, it's a bit of a quicker turnaround in terms of bringing players in. But however, this time, we've known we've been promoted since February, to be honest with you. I mean, mathematically, it wasn't done, but we knew we were up. And, I'm happy with the signings we've made so far. We brought in Pereira from United. We brought Palhinha in from Sporting Lisbon. Signed Bernd Leno yesterday. Yeah. Solomon from Shakhtar. So, they're very, very good signings. But we need centre backs, and I think that's what he's frustrated about, because he's definitely would have told the board from early we need to bring centre backs. And right now, currently, we have 2 centre backs who can play for us. One of which was terrible in the Premiership last time we were here, in Tim Ream. I love the guy, but he's not Premier League quality. And yeah, it's just the same old story, I feel, and it's a bit frustrating. I mean, don't get it twisted. I think we've done well in the window, but yeah, it's just, I think our director of football is a bit of a donut, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean? He's too busy focused on wrestling. And I mean, whilst he's got some good players in, this one's been a bit.
It's not nice, isn't it? It's not nice. Oh my days, Jack!
Don't tell him, Jay. Yeah, don't tell him.
I forget. It's Tony Khan. He AEW, right?
Yeah, he does AEW, but it's just. I feel like either he needs someone to support him, or there needs to be a bit of a shift in terms of who brings players in, because the fact we're playing Liverpool on Saturday and we've got Tim Ream and Tosin Adarabioyo starting in centre-back, it's worrying, bro. It's worrying. Sorry, and we brought Mbabu in as well from Wolfsburg. I forgot about that one. But it's worrying. And my only worry is that the fact that he's come out in the press and said that, it makes us look desperate, firstly. And then secondly, the issue with that is clubs are going to look at that and bump up the money for players because they know that we need these centre backs and quick. So that's another issue. But I don't know, man. I'm a bit worried about Saturday, if I'm being totally honest with you, because you lot look good. We played well against Villarreal, but it's a bit worrying. It's a bit worrying that we're starting with Tim Ream at centre back.
Fair dues. Jamie, I'm going to come back to you quickly. Obviously, you spoke about, before we came on, we were speaking about Mane and Nunez. Just let me know your thoughts on how pre-season's gone and the fact that obviously Mane has gone, Nunez has come in to replace Mane at the number 9 position, and your overall feelings around Liverpool and the business that we've done.
Yeah, I think it's been a steady pre-season. I think the Man United result was a bit of a freak result, because if you look at the chances on the game, I think Liverpool should have scored 3 or 4 that game. Anyway, got in some great signings, Nunez, Carvalho, Ramsey. Obviously, we haven't seen him, but he's been doing well in the Scottish League as well. And I think it's a different Liverpool. Losing Mane, he's a massive player, big game player. I know we spoke about it. Scored big goals for us in big games over a period of 6-7 years. But it's a new Liverpool, and with Nunez coming in, we can only really judge him on 2 Champions League games he played against us because it's obviously pre-season. But he looks good, looks sharp, and I think there's more to come for Liverpool. I think there's a different dimension that Liverpool can implement this season as well. So yeah, exciting. I think Liverpool fans should be excited about the season ahead. Obviously, Mane is a big loss, but Liverpool always replace their players.
Yeah, very true. So Matt, I'm going to come to you now. So going into the summer, it was always a talk of, is Mane and Salah staying? One of the two is going to stay. Now, obviously, we know the outcome. Mane's unfortunately gone. Salah stayed, which is fantastic. But speaking of Salah, Salah has scored on the opening day of the season since he's come to the Premier League. So we're talking about since 2017. Every single game on the start of the season, he scores. Do you think he keeps that record up?
You're damn right he does. Listen, he's King Mo, bro. Like, let's put it like this, yeah. You see now he's signed the thing. I was having a conversation with someone the other day. I was like, you see now he's signed the thing. He's relaxed. He's playing relaxed football now. He ain't got to worry about his future. He ain't got to worry about what's going to happen next season, what's going to happen in 6 months' time. Now he can just focus. Bro, do you know what's so mad? I know he only scored the pen against City in the Charity Shield, but he was doing a lot of damage to Cancelo, bro. And I know you didn't see the game at the time, but bro, Cancelo didn't know what hit him. I've
seen it now. It looked rough still.
Yeah, bro. And listen, as respectful as I will be, obviously it's Fulham, because you have to remember, they're a Premier League team, and we've taken Fulham for granted before. And I understand where Jack's coming about, like, you know, the no centre back thing, but on your day, when it's like the first game of the season and you got that adrenaline, it's about sometimes who's just the fitter team, not necessarily who's the better team. Yeah, so if we go there and we're prepared mentally and physically, we should beat them. And I expect Salah to score. However, I will say this though. I don't like playing sometimes then teams that just like come from obviously like the championship and then and they're buzzing, crowd behind them, like, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's for them to show Marco Silva as well, like, oh, I want to stay here long term. Because there may be some players there that might be thinking, you know what I mean? Summer window is not obviously done yet. I could go, I might not go. This is where it's like first game of season is crucial, bro. It's so 100%. Crucial. But 100%. I expect Salah to score though. I expect Salah to
come back to you, Joe. Sorry, go
on now.
No, I was going to come to you on that because even though you're saying you might not necessarily be prepared personnel-wise, could you not argue that this is the best time for you guys to play Liverpool at the beginning of the season where you guys are fresh? We might not be necessarily fresh. You've got that new season feel. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess so. But I think my big worry is our defense against that Liverpool attacking line. That's my biggest concern because last time out, we had the same issue with our defense. We played our first 5 or 6 games were pretty much a write-off, to be honest with you. So I think naturally, if we were a bit more prepared for the game, I would say that, but not really, unless we get centre back in between now and Saturday, which I just don't see being the case. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough one to think because the one thing I would say is obviously we've opened up our new stand. We'll have more fans. It'll be a sellout. And
sold out.
Yeah, sold out. It sold out instantly as well. So
yeah.
You know, people were raring to go. Bearing in mind last season in the Premiership, the last time we were in the Prem, it was during COVID, so not many fans got to come and see the Premier League games anyway.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, I remember.
Apart from, funny enough, when we played you guys, when I was going to say
that one. Yeah, I remember you saying
you did go. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I was one of the lucky ones. I won it. Managed to get a ticket and did like a ballot. And I managed to go. But it was only that game and the Newcastle game where we actually managed to play in front of fans. So I think, you know, we were raring to go for the season when it comes to the fans. And we have made improvements in our squad. And considering how well we did last season, I'm interested to see how Marco Silva is going to implement his style because obviously we played free-flowing attacking football in the Championship. But we have to sort of find the middle ground, especially when we're playing teams like Liverpool. So we'll see. I mean, in terms of whether I think it's a good time to play you lot, I wouldn't say so. I would have rather played you lot a bit further down the season when we had a few more players in. And obviously, Harry Wilson's now out for 2 months. which is terrible news for us because he was a big part of
Oh,
why.
is it 2
Oh
months?
shoot!
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. Still, he's a
Yeah,
big
so
player
I-
for you. Big player.
So I read today that apparently he's out for 2 months, and he's a huge player for us. You know, he
Wow.
after Mitrovic and Carvalho last season, I'd say he's probably our best player. So, so it's that's a big loss for us. But obviously, we've brought Solomon in. We've got Pereira can go in the 10, put Solomon out wide, and then maybe put Cabana on the other side. But I mean, I'm intrigued to see how Mitrovic does against you guys on Saturday and throughout the course of the season, because obviously he's in the best form of his life right now. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Fair dues. Jamie, gonna come back to you before I come to you, Matt. So obviously, when the whole Carvalho saga started unraveling in January, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't really know much about him. I'd heard a few little things, but typically when Liverpool are linked with someone, you start seeing the compilation videos come out and everything. And I remember you were one of the first to say, guys, if this happens, it's a big signing. Obviously, you're close to Fulham as well. Now that we've got him, how do you feel about him being at Liverpool? Do you think he's going to sort of settle in quickly? Do you think it'll take him a little time? What's your thoughts?
I think he's a top talent. He reminds me of Coutinho. Like, he's got all the attributes to be a world-class talent. When we were watching him, Jack will know as well, when we were watching him week in, week out, he'll light up the cottage, like with his touches, his jings, awareness on the pitch as well. For such a young age as well. Top player. But I just think Liverpool have a set way of playing, so maybe he needs to understand the system. Like, Klopp's got a system in there with players, our seasoned vets, Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, know the system inside out. So maybe a adjusting period for him to understand the system more. But when he does find his feet, top talent. I think it's gone under the radar, maybe because of the fee and signing from Fulham. But Harvey Elliott, another top talent we've got. I think Liverpool have got some real talent in there. Curtis Jones, Carvalho, Elliott. You've got young, hungry individuals that want to win, that are around the likes of Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho. They can learn from as well, day in, day out. So yeah, Liverpool got a strong future. But Carvalho is a top player.
Adding on to what Jay's saying, with Carvalho and Harvey Elliott, I think you've got two players that can hit incredible ceilings. And I think, I came on here when Carvalho was being linked with you guys, and I was telling you that he's not going to be there to be loaned out. He's going to be in amongst the first team. And I think in pre-season he's come in and he's shown already how high his level is already. And I think, adding on to what Jay said, I mean, we've both seen him play quite a lot last season, and I think one thing that I thought was quite evident, if you remove the actual talent, his mental is of a 25, 26-year-old. And I think he's very wise for his age. He's got his head screwed on, it seems. Even when all the madness was going on with Liverpool, he was a professional, still turned out week in, week out for Fulham and made us get promotion last season and was a key part of that. And I think for someone of that age to be that level-headed is quite it's only a blessing for you guys, because whilst he's his body and is of a 19-year-old, his mentality is of a guy much further of those years. And I think that means his longevity in the game is going to be a lot higher than a lot of other players, barring that he doesn't get injured quite a lot. And I think you'll see towards the end of the season that Carvalho will probably end up being one of those players that you'll be looking to start in your 11, in my opinion.
Bro, I swear, me and Jack sing from the same sheet.
I'm being serious, honestly.
Matt's been saying this.
I said to Count Jiffy, I was like, listen, from what I've seen of Carvalho, even before he came to Liverpool, and then what I've seen in pre-season, bro, I said for me, he's gonna be our signing of the summer.
Yep.
Yeah. So not Nunez. I think it'll be him. And not only that, towards the back end of the season, he will force his way into our first 11. And if he doesn't, it will be us fans saying he has to play. Whoever it's over. Bro, he's too good. He's actually too good. Like,
and it's mad how easily he slotted into Liverpool as well, because it's obviously playing in the Championship and dominating in the Championship is one thing, but coming into a Liverpool side who are an elite football club, and to slot in so seamlessly, it seems to me, it looks like he's been playing at Liverpool for years. And I think that's what's so stunning for me, because you look at that and you think, wow, he's ready to go now. Like there's, and in that Liverpool squad, around those players, around the tutelage of someone like Jurgen Klopp, as a Fulham fan and as someone that's watching grow at Fulham, it's going to be amazing to see what he does. Obviously, it's sad that we can't see it happen at Fulham, but you can't begrudge the guy because he's gone to a club where he's going to take his skills and his talent to another level. And I think, you guys for 7 million as well, unbelievable.
Do you guys remember when Coutinho, Salah, Mane, and Firmino were playing together?
Yeah, for the 6 months.
How many goals we scored? Liverpool scored when that front four, even there was a front four then. I think Carvalho can do that, obviously, with Nunez now. I just feel his attributes and his awareness, game intelligence that he's going to bring to Liverpool, a different style as well. I think Liverpool have always had a workman-like midfield with Henderson, Thiago, obviously, but Fabinho as well. But adding that dimension, another option, I just think options are endless. And then you've got Jota to come on, and then you've got Firmino, and it's just that it brings a different dimension. I think it's definitely exciting times.
It's what you guys have needed for a while, to have that mad strength and depth, and I feel like you started to get it now.
Yeah,
and I mean, not only just players to come on, but like young players who will be challenging for starting 11 places. Because I feel like in the last couple of years, you kind of know what your starting 11 will be, barring maybe a swap between like a Jota or someone in the midfield. It's always been bang on the back four. Switch out maybe like a Matip for someone else, but now I feel like there's lots of players that are going to be pushing these players to their level to actually try and break into that squad. Like Harvey Elliott, for example, Carvalho, the new right back you guys have got from Aberdeen. You never know, he could come in and just start pushing Trent to another level. So it's what you guys have needed for a while.
Let me ask everyone just quickly. I was going to ask everyone actually. Do you not feel Carvalho could theoretically be our Foden? Like down the line, not necessarily now because he's just arrived. Do you think he could be
just to add on that question? Yeah, could it be Elliot as well? Because I was going to ask this very similar.
I hate.
No. That question, go. But could Elliot be the guy? It basically is Elliot or Carvalho going to be our Foden? Basically,
I'd say Carvalho. I don't know about you, Jay, but I think Carvalho's another level to someone like a Harvey Elliott, in my opinion.
Carvalho's got the.
Don't get it twisted. I think Harvey Elliott's a brilliant player, but if you're talking someone in the mold of a Foden, I feel like someone like Carvalho fits that more than a Harvey Elliott. I don't know. That's just me personally. Whether he'll be your Foden, I don't know, because I think he's his own player, and it would be a bit silly to try and comparing to someone like a Foden, but
not compare, but just more, when I say our Foden, it's because Foden has come through the ranks as a young person and is now starting for one of the best teams in the world. That's what I mean. That's that. It's like a lazy comparison. I don't mean playing style. So I hear what you're saying. I
think they both have the attributes to do everything they want in the game. They both have the talent there. I think Harvey Elliott this season, preseason, you've seen it. He looks razor sharp. Obviously, the injury setback last season looks raring to go. Carvalho, he's got a dimension to him that is that unpredictability you need in the game as well. But I think we're also overlooking Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones is an absolute baller. I think
hold on. Elaborate, Jamie. Elaborate, because
go on, Jay, I'm gonna let Jay have the floor.
Jones. I think Jones another year learning from the likes of Thiago, Fabinho, Endo, and Klopp and the coaching staff. He's just going to get better. I just think Curtis Jones, if you ask everyone, Curtis Jones is a top talent. So I don't think we should overlook Curtis Jones. I think when he's come in, he's always done his job as well. We needed him. I know, who did we play? We played, was it Villa with a new team? I think we played Villa. I think Curtis Jones came in, solid job. I think, exciting times. Them three, they got all the tools to do whatever they want in the game. But Curtis Jones for me would be the one that I would say is Liverpool's standing young scarlet. But of course, the other two.
The other
two coming through.
That is a howler. That is a howler. How can you say that?
You let him watch the game,
man.
Have you seen his ball?
He's a good player. I don't think he's Liverpool starting 11.
See, here's the thing. Yeah, see, here's the thing. So
I need
Just
to
got to wait, boys, man. Wait on it.
it's what it is.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Curtis. Here's the thing. Yeah, Curtis Jones had a very good kind of like standout sort of like season when when we had the no centre backs, Jay, when everyone got injured, and he kind of made a name for himself. And I thought,
Like,
you know
Kabak,
what?
man.
Yeah, Kabak. Oh, listen, Kabak and Reece Williams. Them man, they got us third.
You might have like, you had non-league players starting at centre back for you lot.
Got a Champions League.
Don't worry, don't worry. Listen, we were stressed, but we made it to third, so we just about made it, But what I was gonna say about Curtis though, Curtis needs that regular game time, in my opinion, to get to the next level. Whereas the others, Carvalho has already done it at you guys, at Fulham, Jack,
Yeah.
And what's so mad is, remember Harvey Elliott done it at Blackburn. So them man had the big man football at Championship.
Yeah.
I feel like Curtis Jones might need that to, in my opinion, to see whether he's going to make it or not. Because here's the thing, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but what it is I feel Curtis Jones is either going to go into the bracket of he'll turn out to be top class, like what Jamie says, or I think he'll just be one of them guys that Liverpool won't keep down the line and he gets sold, Yeah. I know Jamie's shaking his head. Jamie's like, nah, man.
What, Jay Spearing?
And I hear you.
There's a reason why.
The man that calling him Jay Spearing out here.
Nah, there's a reason why he hasn't been loaned out, man.
Yeah.
We've got an elite squad. You have to remember.
I hear that.
Players. I mean, Wilson's unbelievable, but he couldn't get into the Liverpool team.
That's true.
So you need to be showing something on a day-to-day basis against the likes of Thiago, Hendo, and Fabinho. Only to mention a few. So Curtis Jones, for me, there's a reason why he hasn't been loaned out. Reason why Klopp's always shown faith in him. He's a top talent, and I think just be patient. He hasn't had a regular chance to stake a claim in the team.
That's true.
That's why I'm saying he should go out on loan though.
And loan, that's what I say. Loan maybe might be the best move for him.
I mean, that's the thing. Like you look at what Dean Henderson said the other day about being left on a bench at United for a whole year. At his age, that's criminal, and it is true. Someone like Curtis Jones is young. Yeah. I mean, listen, that's young for me, bro. If you, young for me too. Listen, you all know how we are, right? We're all over 25. But I think at his age, I think I think he needs a loan. And people in the chat saying he should go to Fulham. I'd take him at Fulham all day long. All day long, I'd take him at Fulham, and I think he needs.
Would he start? Sorry, Jack. Would he start for you guys though? Be honest. Would he actually start?
Yeah, because he got to start, in my opinion. Like I said, just be honest.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one. I'd say so. Actually,
okay.
What do you reckon, Jay? Would he start at Fulham?
Yeah, he'll start.
Over who?
They'll find a place for him. He'll start.
Because what is he like? He's a CM, isn't he?
Yeah,
CM.
I think
he's a CM or Cam. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because we've got Harrison Reed and Palhinha. I mean, probably start over Harrison Reed, but
Harrison Reed's a top player as well.
No, Harrison Reed's a great player. Do you know what I mean?
Top player, underrated. I think Jones will start. I think he'll start in most Premier League. Well, all right, bar the top 6, maybe most teams in the Prem. I think Jones. So I rate him. Highly. It's my opinion, obviously, but I think we've got young players there at Liverpool. Jones, Elliott, Carvalho to come through the system and fight for their place.
Fair dues. Right, guys, before we get into predicted lineups and score predictions and a fun little game for you guys, please do smash the like button if you're watching, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we've got a little snippet of a video for you guys as well, so bear with us.
The dressing room is a hugely important place, and that dressing room seems to be a very, very solid one. He's not going to rest in his laurels. They never look backwards. If you look backwards, you get left behind. He's come to our place, settled in very, very quickly. But I don't think you want to get carried away. I think you want to just take him for what he is. He's scoring goals and he's different to what we had before. If he's making a decision, that's best for Liverpool Football Club. Anybody that had any doubts, I think they might be living off last year's success.
So that is King Kenny. We managed
man, like King Kenny.
Shall I tell you a little joke? So, Matt, obviously, I've been going on about the community shield, how I see it as a big thing and all that. Oh, Kenny shut it right down, bro.
Swear down.
He shut it
What, did
swear.
he call it a plate as well?
We're sitting there and he's gone. No one really cares about the Community Shield, from what I know, and you only try and get into it, but I don't care about it. He was like, "Do you guys?" I was like, "Yeah, I kind of do, you know." He's like, "Well, I don't." I was like, shut it down. You know how painful it was. I was like, right.
Them tea and biscuit plates when you go to your auntie's house. It looks like that.
The custard creams and that. The ball.
Yeah, I said 2 sugars. Yeah, 2 sugars.
All right, so Jack, as our Fulham fan, we're going to come to you first on predicted lineups. Who do you think will start for Fulham?
Right, so I reckon Leno comes straight into that goalkeeping slot. He's levels above Rodak. Love Rodak, but showed a lot of weaknesses towards the end of last season. Left back, I reckon we'll start with Anthony Robinson. Joe Bryan's out injured currently with a broken hand. They usually sort of swap between each other, but I'd say Robinson's dead cert for that. Unfortunately, our 2 centre backs are looking like it's going to be. I mean, I love Tosin, so Tosin's good, but Tim Ream at the back as well. Right back, it's an interesting one because it's between Kenny Tete and our new signing in Mbabu. I think he might lean towards Tete and bringing on Mbabu towards the end of the game. Midfield, we'll have Harrison Reed and Palhinha playing in centre mid. In the 10, we'll have Andreas Pereira. And then out wide, we'll have Cabano and Solomon. I believe now Harry Wilson is injured. If it's not Solomon, because he's not really played for us, it'll be Deco-Dova-Reed. Obviously, he scored against you guys last time. And obviously, the big man, Mitrovic, up front. So, yeah, I reckon it will be Bobby Deco-Dova-Reed ahead of Solomon, because Solomon hasn't really played enough. So, yeah, front three of Solomon, Deco-Dova-Reed, Cabano, and Mitrovic.
You man haven't got thinking. Sorry, Carl. They haven't got thinking anymore, have they? What's his? Is it Lookman?
Nah, Lookman he was at Leicester last season. Yeah,
bro, I'm not gonna lie. You man should bring him back, but I think he's gone again. I think he's been sold somewhere.
Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You man should have brought him back. You know, he's a little.
I know.
He's a little bully, you know.
I still ain't forgiving him for that penalty, bro. You know which one I'm talking about.
He was confident. Confident.
I see Jamie do a pen like that playing football once, you know. Call it Adamola Dapper. That's what I've been doing.
Lookman's a top player. Yeah.
But I don't know if you remember, but he sort of faded towards the end of the season when we had him.
He did, yeah.
He started off really well for us and then sort of faded into the abyss a bit. But that will probably be our starting 11 if I'm honest.
Cool. Matt, Jamie, does Alisson start this game? Because I don't think he will. Do you think he will, though?
I don't think he does. I don't think he's ready, Jay.
I don't think he will, but I want him to.
Yeah, but
100%, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Put Adrian in, bro. Adrian. We need that. We need help.
I think Adrian's done amazing when he's stepped in. I think he's tried his best. I don't think he will. I don't.
He tried, bro. He tried.
I don't think he will, though. I think Adrian's going to start this game.
I think, you know what, Jay? And here's the thing. I think you're right. I know he's. You know when you just know he's going to start. And do you know what else it means? It means, and this is not respect because anyone that plays for Liverpool, you have to give them respect. Yeah. However, the opposition will know with him playing, they're going to feel like they've got more of a chance. They'll take more chances. They might play a bit more expansive.
Mitchell's going to rough him up.
And shots on goal. Like you might see people. That's the thing. That's the one thing I don't like is that when your opposition can like sense that weakness, if they are clinical, they will try. They will just try things, and I'm kind of worried. I can't lie. That's the one aspect of the game where I'm worried. If we're being real, it's there. It's the goalkeeping issue for this Sunday, but this Saturday.
Yeah, I think Alisson's obviously the best keeper in the world for me. Anyone coming in is a drop down from Alisson anyway.
Of course, you don't would say that, wouldn't you?
Who is? I think he'll start. But we're saying that, when Adrian comes in, but every time he's stepped in, we almost won. Like every final he's played in, we won the cup. So I just think, you know what I mean?
Don't forget about the ghost of the Champions League, bro. Remember Atletico, bro.
Yeah, these things happen, but I think Liverpool have enough anyway to be able. I think Liverpool have enough to be able to cope without Alisson.
That is true. Yeah, to keep to keep the ball in it. Yeah, to keep the ball and not let him get peppered. You're right. Yeah.
I think obviously Alisson's distributions unmatched. Like, it's up there with Edison's, of course. His distribution is how he commands the box. Yeah, these things are just what a top quality keeper has. So of course we're going to miss that, but I think Adrian will start just because he's had a run of games, and Alisson I don't think he's played in preseason, has he?
No, only the Man United game.
Yeah, so Adrian is.
All right, back four then. I think we all agree Trent and Robbo and Virgil start. Who partners Virgil?
Well, Konate.
I think
Konate can't. Yeah,
bit of an injury, so I think he goes Matip personally. What are you saying, Jay?
Yeah, I think Matip. I think if they were both fit, I'd go Konate. But I think Matip obviously because Konate is. Yeah, he's not fit. The Champions League final, if you just Colossus.
Bro, different, innit? He was up, for me, he was our best player.
Best player, 100%.
That's fun than that, bro.
Just unreal. But yeah, I think Matip starts because of obvious reasons with his injury.
All right, here's where it starts to get a bit spicy now. We all know Fabinho and Thiago start. Who's the third man?
Hendo.
Matt?
Say that again? Sorry, I just saw something about... Yeah, what's that? What's that?
Who's the third man in midfield?
Henderson.
What in general or to start? Like, what are the parameters?
This game. Yeah.
Bro, you really want to go there already? Okay. Okay.
What is that?
There's nowhere else to go.
Bro,
you got hit down a cold attack, baby.
Listen. Do you know what?
I think Henderson always gives you consistency. You know what you're getting from him. He's a captain.
Anytime.
The first game of the season.
First game of the season away, Craven Cottage. It's more. Do you know? It's more about who's fit. If I'm being honest, I'm not trying to side. It's more about actually who's fit though. Big man thing. Like it's as things stood in terms of like what I think Klopp will do. I think he'll play Henderson. He will play Henderson. I don't know whether I agree with that though.
Henderson was our best player on. Well, Byron, he was one of our better players on Saturday. Don't you think? You don't think so?
No. I think because I would say like
Thiago.
Jamie, we need to get you in there more often, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Jay need to chop out more. I would say Thiago was the one that was balling out. Flacco, yeah. I'm not saying Henderson was bad. I don't think he was as good as the other two. But that's not bad though.
His pressing was amazing. I think his pressing was great. I think the whole team press was really good. We put them under pressure, so it pushed us up as a team. I think Henderson starts. Naby is obviously there. I think it's too early for Carvalho to start. I think maybe.
Carl's just laughing because
comments are laughing at me. I think people are saying no.
No, I'm laughing at what you just said about Naby because Naby's mad.
I'm going Hendo personally. That's me. I'll and not just this game, throughout the season over Naby. That's my. I think Naby's good. He's come in and shown some. Some.
Matt's in the
mud.
Yo, it is. Listen, it's all love, innit? It's each of their own, innit? Everyone's got their. Do you know what it is? I'll just be honest quickly.
For me, I'd start Harvey Elliott.
See, even today, I spoke about Naby Keita just quickly about what he's going to do, contracts, whatever. And I was like, listen, we just got to keep it real. Like, if we can improve the squad, I think there's always going to be that space for that third midfielder. For me, it's not ironed on who it should be, in my opinion. Like, even though I hear what Jamie's saying because he's the captain and he's the leader and he leads by example, there are times though when he can be found wanting compared to the other two. And that's no disrespect because that's like Naby and everyone else. And the reason I say that, Jay, is because Thiago and Fabinho, in my opinion, are the two only world-class midfielders that we have. I think everyone else is like very good or international level, but they're not world-class. Like I'll say Thiago, Fabinho, like definitively, in my opinion, world-class. And I think that's where it's like, if you can improve that third midfielder, it's who, do you know what I mean? It's up for grabs, in my opinion.
Fair point. I think Henderson, whenever he plays, you know what you're getting from him. Yes, he's just relentless. Like every season turns up, scores important goals as well. I think Champions League last season as well. So I'd go Hendo. That's me. I think Kaita, if he starts, I know he gives you a bit more attacking prowess with he can travel with the ball quite well. Carvalho, if Elliott starts, I think he's got a good relationship on that side with Trent, Salah. I think so I think whoever starts, I think will obviously be a threat. But I'd always go Henderson. I just think he gives you that stability in midfield. You know what you're getting from him. Away from home, it's not easy as well. You need people that know the system orientated players. So first game of the season, I always start. I'll go Henderson.
Fair dues.
Fair play.
I think we can all agree. Diaz on the left, Salah on the right.
Yeah.
Is it Bobby or is it Nunez starting through the middle, guys?
Oh, Bobby was fading in the Charity Shield. I have to be honestly. I don't know whether it's because like lack of rhythm or what. But if you're talking about who looks sharper, who looks ready, you have to give it to Nunez, bro. He looks ready. All of them compilations, like it didn't mean nothing. It's silly. Like the man played.
No, but to be fair, before he scored, I saw some of the crosses and headers were. They were looking like me on me at Power League, bro. It wasn't really hitting. But then obviously he scored and sort of put it to bed. So I guess at the end of the day, he's there to score goals, and he's scoring goals regardless of what people are saying. I think. But they are funny though. They are funny.
Yeah, I know you lot find it. What it is with Nunez, this is how I say. He
Jack
will
was
score
dubbing
goals.
them, bro. Jack was dubbing them.
I know. Man got them ready from long time. Here's the thing, yeah.
Propaganda.
I think Nunez is gonna score them goals that will be ugly, all sorts. It might not always look pretty in the eye, but that's okay. Do you remember when I say Cal when we first were linked to him? I was like, he reminds me of like a young Cavani. He's that type of striker.
Andy
Bit
Carroll,
all over but he will get goals in it. It's just whether he's gonna take his thing to the next level. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. And to be honest, I do think he will end up coming good for you. It's just it's something for you guys to adapt to because you haven't played with a big striker up top for a long time now, and obviously you've played with a false nine quite often as well. So it's going to take some adapting and getting used to. But for a big guy, he is still quite agile as well. He's he's pretty quick as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah, he's very quick.
Once he shakes off the stiffness a little bit, I think he'll be good to go. It's all good and well sitting there. Well, not you lot, but me sitting there laughing at him. But it is actually a good signing, really and truly, to be fair.
Yeah. I think he'll score a lot of goals this season.
100.
And I think gives Liverpool a different dimension to what we're used to. So, but I'll start Bobby. 100% I'll start Bobby.
Oh, would you start Bobby, Jamie? Would you?
I'll start Bobby because, again, away from home, knows the system. I think Liverpool with Diaz and Salah, one of them's going to score in any game they play, I reckon. Then you've got Bobby who just links the play up. I think Nunez might come a bit early for him. But I'll start Firmino and then probably bring Nunez on.
Interesting. I would actually start Nunez personally.
I think that's what Klopp should do. I would start Nunez, but I think Bobby starts.
You think that's what? Okay, you think that's what Klopp? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're probably right.
I think Bobby starts to try and just run the Fulham defense in midfield, and then Nunez hopefully comes on if we need him to come on and
when players get tired, maybe or something.
Yeah.
Because I think
I feel like Nunez will come. He'll bully our defenders, and I think especially Tim Ream, and I think he's going to probably try and target someone like him. Yeah. Tosin's a big guy, 6'4", 6'5", quite strong as well. So, in the air that would be a big battle between the two of them. But I do feel like, it's probably better for him to come on and strong hand a tired Fulham defense.
Fair dues. All right, guys. Before we do score predictions, I've got a little game for you guys. So you guys are both know your music, you know your artists. Yeah. So I'm gonna call out a name, and I want you to think of a music artist that depicts this player. All right. Okay. So Jack, I'm gonna start with you, Mitrovic.
Yeah. Mitrovic. I'm gonna go with Abracadabra.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know why. I'm just trying to think of someone with a bare low voice who's strong and big. And I was thinking either him or, but Giggs is too old, isn't it? So yeah, I'd say Abracadabra. Yeah, Abracadabra.
Cool.
When we get to that video, man, not top man, Rob.
Um,
Run up on the defense like boss.
that, you feel me?
All right, Jamie, Nunez, who are you comparing him to? Or who's his music equivalent?
Ooh. That's a
Storms.
Stormzy, yeah?
Colossal.
Stormzy.
Just
You
colossal.
got high hopes.
Yeah, colossal.
That's
Gonna
big,
deliver.
That's a big shout, Jay.
That's
That's a big shout, Big shout.
Guys, Storms, Nunez. This season, you'll see.
Right.
Yeah,
Big
we'll talk
shout.
about the Storms.
All right, Matt, I'm going to come to you now.
Mm.
Salah.
Jay-Z, because he's the GOAT. Simple. He's the
I
GOAT,
thought
bro.
you were going to go Wiley, to be fair.
Nah, he's the
Yeah,
GOAT.
Wiley's
He's
your
the,
guy.
he's the GOAT of this Prem era. Has to
I was
be.
gonna
Has
say,
to be.
I would have said a Drizzy or someone like that. Because he's a go at this. Yeah, he's a Drizzy. He's a Drizzy Drake, mate. He's a Drizzy.
Yeah, he's a
Drake.
drizzy consistency.
Man, was
Drizzy.
saying Central C for Darwin Nunez. Bad people saying it because bad people have been saying that.
No,
innit?
you know what? You know
Yeah.
what? You know what? You
People
know
say
what?
look
You
like
guys
real.
might be onto something. Maybe it's more of a Drizzy thing, you know.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like.
You
more
know what?
recent,
I just thought of someone. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it might be a Drizzy thing because it's
Yeah.
this era, innit? It's this
This
era.
era,
Man's just
innit?
taken
Yeah.
over. It's an era thing.
Cool. All right, Jack,
It's a
going to
Doja
come
Cat.
back to you.
Yeah,
Palhinha.
Palhinha. He's one of them like them Spanish singers, isn't it? So let's go with Enrique Iglesias. That's
Yeah,
him.
right,
Enrique. Enrique.
And Jamie going to
Ricky
finish up
Martin.
with you. Virgil van Dijk.
Ooh, Virgil.
I was gonna say just obviously Jay-Z's been taken, so I gotta just do another go, but Nas just go-ish. Everything
Yeah,
that
I
Nas-
Nas, because
he
Nas
does
is
everything
slick with it.
effortlessly. He's just natural.
Yeah.
He's got this. Calm down. I'll take this. I'll deliver. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Virgil. Yeah, Virgil. Nas.
Do you know another one I was thinking for Virgil? Biggie, because here's the thing. We put Biggie in the conversation being one of the best ever, but his actual period wasn't that long, right? People want to use that debate for Van Dijk and say, how can he be the greatest when he was only world class when he came to Liverpool? That's why I would say that.
That's a good
For,
comparison.
in turn, do you know what I mean? For the longevity wise, longevity might not be that long, but for what they have done, bro.
Yeah, he's
Ground
the best.
You're putting some bad karma on Van Dijk, though, bro. You know, you all know what happened to Biggie. You know what happened to Biggie. So
Yeah, but bro, he's done that and he's back, bro. Remember that happened when Pickford tried to take man out, bro.
Van Dijk's the best centre back the league seen for me personally.
Bro.
Oh, come on, come off it. Come
Him
on.
and Rio will be my him and Rio. Jack, I'm saying Rio. But him and Rio will be my Him and Rio will be
Shout out to Joe Barry.
Shout out,
indeed.
Joe.
Yeah.
Nah, it's got to be. Nah, Terry's got to be in that conversation, even though he's a.
Even
though he's a
Who?
John Terry.
Oh, you know, let me get the meme for that brother there. Where don't like that. I know what you're saying. I know footballing terms.
As a person, he's
yeah.
he's
I
a
do you know what it is
horrible man.
whenever
man.
someone says that name, I'm just like,
Yeah, I know. And I hate to bring him up in the conversation,
yeah. No,
he
I
has
hear
to
that, I
be
hear
in
that.
there.
top player.
Yeah.
but yeah.
As far as no one said gigs still.
But
anyone.
but it's got to be someone kind of like old though, innit? It's got to be a bit like an older generation person. We're talking like an Ibrahimovic.
Oh, yeah, none of you man really respecting the team.
It is.
Hey, bro, one of these days, just remember you're gonna bump into man. You know?
Yeah, do you know what? I don't want no smoke with gig before you can see.
Come with the same energy, bro. That's you.
I'm like, Jay, you got man just doing up my voice and that. Yeah, man. Let him know what I'm about, bro. When I catch you, hold it, bro. It's done. You hear me? Lord of the manor and that. Remember, I told you.
Got you on Smash though.
This is the thing. Actually, I got smashed, bro.
Right. So, people, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Guys, score predictions. Jake, obviously Jamie, you're our guest, but obviously you're Liverpool family. We're trying to get Jake in, but he's pulling himself back. But Jake, what's the score going to be on Saturday afternoon?
I reckon I've got to be honest here. I think we're going to lose 3-1. I think we'll grab a goal, but defensively we're just not really up to par yet. And with Diaz and Salah looking smoky, so they're gonna run rings around our defense on Saturday. So 3-1 for me.
Use it to my ears. Jamie, what are you saying, bro?
I think Fulham will play well. I think home crowd behind them, sold out stadium. I think they'll play well. I just think Liverpool's attacking threat will probably just nick it. I think 2-1 or 2-0 Liverpool. I think Liverpool win. So I'm going 2-1 Liverpool.
Cool. Matt, what are you saying, bro?
I'm going 3-1. I actually would have said 3-0, but I think, as I said, Adrian's playing, and I know everyone's laughing, but I can generally see something's going to happen. There'll be something where we all just go, oh, for goodness sake. You can see it already. I'm already, you know, there ones there where man's just like, oh, man. I can feel it. I can sense it. I think Fulham will play well, though. Like what Jamie said, like I think don't have the crowd behind him. Like, and his first game of the season, adrenaline. We have to match their energy, which I think we will. But I think first couple, maybe like 10 minutes, Fulham might give it a go. And then after that, I think a pattern of play will just set in and I think we'll dominate the whole game, like more times than not. But I would say, 3-1 Liverpool. Salah to score as well, by the way.
So I'm going 3-1 if Alisson starts and 4-2 if Adrian starts.
4-2?
Yeah, I think if Adrian starts, I can see us conceding 2. We'll have to put our foot down on the gas and get that 4th goal.
One of them ones, you can see it. You have to say you can sense the panic already, innit?
I think we win 3-1. I think they get a consolation goal, but I think we win 3-1.
Adrian had some good saves against City, though, you know.
He did, but then remember what happened when
he did the goal.
Yeah, we can see the goal, man, because he spilled it, and that's unfortunate. But then
when it goes, howlers, isn't it?
It's what happens after that. I feel like his confidence just like drained because he played well. I was backing him, and the people in the chat were like, "Oh, come on!" I was like, "No, he's actually started all right." But then when he let in the goal, or he was obviously part of the goal, his confidence dropped, bro. And I just saw him just like diminish. And I'm worried that if Fulham put him under pressure, he has to rise to the challenge. So I'm hoping he does it, bro. But yeah.
Yeah, Mitchell will cause him problems. He will cause him problems.
Yeah, I can see it. But no, Jack, before we let you go, where can the people find you to support you, bro?
Just mainly my Instagram and Twitter. So Jaik B Fenton, JAIKBFENT. Yeah, it's literally on the screen there. So rather than me spelling my own name wrong, it's right there, guys. But yeah,
doing some great things, Jack, and appreciate you joining.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me, guys. Much appreciated.
Pleasure.
No,
Jamie,
always,
where can the people find you and support you, bro?
Cheers, man. Yeah, so Instagram, jdapper_, or just type in Jamie Dapper on Instagram and you'll find me. Twitter, the same thing, Jamie Dapper. So, find me there.
No, and appreciate you as well, guys. Appreciate you both, man.
Trust me, man.
Yesterday, and you come through for us. So.
Thank you. Keep doing your thing, boys, man. Smashing it, boys, as well. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, guys.
Good luck for the rest of the season after Saturday, please. Please.
No, we will. But guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us. Keep an eye on the socials for when we next go live and what we have coming out for you guys. Make sure you check out the Kenny Dalglish interview on Fansbet as well. Fansbet YouTube channel. They're our sponsor for this season. Make sure you check them out. And as always, people, have a fantastic rest of the evening. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Peace. Take care.
See you later, lads.
Nice.
Take it easy, man.